Several Central New Yorkers, although they didn't win, did make the trip to Boston and finish the marathon. Many of them did not get to finish last year because of the tragedy that marred the end of the marathon. Let's get the latest now from Boston. My colleague Megan Coleman has been there since yesterday. She was with some of the runners from Central New York. Megan, I know we talked on the phone earlier today. You've had a smile on your face all day.
It has been a wonderful day here in Boston. Good evening, Michael, and welcome to Boston. It's been a gorgeous day here today for the runners, and it continues to be a beautiful evening here in progress. You know, it is so hard to believe that it was just 1 year ago that this was the site of sheer carnage and so much devastation. As you might expect, there has been a tremendous police presence across Boston today for the marathon, but today was all about redemption and letting these runners have a chance to take back the run that was stolen from them. As you mentioned, Michael, just a few minutes ago, we had a chance to profile an East Syracuse woman last Friday who was preparing for the Boston Marathon. Well, today we had the unique chance to catch up with her and her fans as they rooted her all along on her journey.
Thank you for being out here.
Just before dawn, they boarded buses, one by one, bound for the race of their lives. For many, the Boston Marathon is the pinnacle. They've worked hard to get here. The charity runners boarded first, then the waves of runners taking on the race. From the air and on the ground, police were out in force, keeping a sharp eye to keep the runners safe. Among the crowd, Jennifer Wood of East Syracuse, preparing to take on Boston for the first time.
It's something I've dreamed about for a long time, so it's like I feel like I finally got to the accomplishment, you know, and I'm ready to go. I'm just excited.
She missed qualifying for last year's race by just 35 seconds. When the bombs exploded at the finish line last year, Jen watched from home in horror. And while it may have shaken her, she was determined to run Boston this year.
This is something that I want to do for the runners and for the victims of last year, and just to show everybody that you can't stop us, and we're gonna compete, and we're gonna keep living our lives.
Yay, Mommy!
Back at home, her two little cheerleaders are watching from afar. By her side, her husband Aaron, who wouldn't miss this for the world.
The pride that I have for my wife being able to compete in such a memorable event. I mean, the Super Bowl of marathons.
Following Jen on her journey, her husband and crew of high school friends who traveled along the route to cheer her on. For Jen, it's been years of preparing for this very day, crossing the finish line, taking back this race, and taking home a piece of Boston. How are you feeling?
I feel okay. I feel pretty good. I'm glad it's over. I've been out there training through the Syracuse brutal winter, and today makes it all worth it.
Now, Jennifer finished the race in 3 hours and 14 minutes, a tremendous feat. She now plans to run Chicago in the fall. As for Jen, she plans to take it easy tonight, rest and relax. She will indulge in a little chocolate, some chicken wings, and a nice cold blue moon. Coming up new at 6 tonight, we meet up with the elite men from Fleet Feet, and you won't believe their finish times. That's the latest live here in Boston tonight. Michael, back to you.
Good deal. Thank you, Megan. The Boston Marathon is one of the top stories on the CNY Central mobile app right now. You can get the news of the day, the first alert forecast, and more when you download it for free to your smartphone.